What is the most American thing? Being a failed businessman and liar who is still trying to destroy democracy because he lost an election and accepting the horrible way he treats people, politicians and especially veterans and military, and they are going to vote for him. The world laughs and cringes at us. A huge amount of US Americans are dumb, uneducated, ignorant and blindly use their religion to excuse their bigotry and hate of other humans because they are brainwashed. Not all Americans are stupid, but a lot of stupid people are American. This is the most American thing. And every single Reddit post about politics, and honestly every single terrible Facebook's clone or political sub aside from the specifically non-us themed ones like are green and pleasant on this site. It's honestly I go in lefty political spaces I get bombarded with the names Obama, Trump, Biden, Kamala, Ayuk, Warren and many other ones constantly, and it's tiring. Our political humor isn't even international despite being called political humor and not use political humor. Claiming to be a nationality despite not having citizenship, not speaking the language, not participating in the culture, religion, social norms, not knowing anything about it, history, politics, economics, etc. I was once told that by saying this I'm gatekeeping nationality. Well, so is every government in the world, I suppose. Good luck convincing the Dutch border control you are Dutch because your great-grandfather was. The possibility of Trump still being valid presidential candidate after being convicted of multiple crimes and currently being tried for crimes against the country. Like it or not, that's become the most American thing to everyone not American. It's not bald eagles and ice-cold beers. Neither is it the Blue Angels doing a flyby over a sporting event as the national anthem concludes. We are a shit show to everyone except some of our own. Dude, licking the people who exploit your mom. Most Americans are too stupid to realize how stupid they are. They are told talking points from their oppressors and walk around saying them like it was their idea. Years of conservative grooming since the Reagan era have definitely paid off, and the best part is, they think they are the smart ones till now it's as hilarious as it is horrifying. Craft singles, the fact that the iconic screech cry of the bald eagle as it is depicted in most films, advertisements is not an actual bald eagle, it's actually the cry of a hawk played over a clip of a bald eagle flying. All bald eagle looks intimidating, but it's actual cry. So basically, I'm saying the art of deception, ignorance. Easy overconsumption is America's sickness. It's basically gluttony. In every regard, it's sick. We must have the latest and greatest all the time, every time, and have to show everyone that we do for validation. It's an illness, and is truly the most American thing. I'm against universal healthcare because why should I have to pay for someone else's medical problems? That's communism. I want my freedom. Then they have a medical emergency and are presented with a $250,000 medical bill. So they start a GoFundMe page, talking loudly in public. I don't know why. When I lived abroad, people always told me they can hear Americans before they visually spot them because of our loud talking. Then I started listening for it in touristy areas and they were right, we are loud. Exceptionalism. A lot of Americans think, and we're taught, that America is number one, and they behave like they're so far ahead that every other country is eating their dust, when in reality we're sitting in the corner eating paste on most issues. Thinking that comparing to nations like Italy and Germany is like comparing to us states when actually it's like comparing the us with Canada. That and allowing big corporations to completely rule your nation and own your politicians. Tests that's nationally televised, with a cholesterol prescription pill being advertised during the commercials, in between a Chevy truck ad and political ad about protecting your Second Amendment rights. Memorabilia, California blonde surfers, African American music, televangelists and their mega churches, Texas Cowboys wrestling, and supersized food obesity are emblematic of America for Romani people. As a Canadian who comes down few times a year, having alcohol in the grocery stores and convenience stores, I'm a little jealous lol. Alcohol is disgustingly cheap compared to Canada too. Us hosers get hosed up here, eh? believing that disposable everything is a great idea and great for the planet, using paper plates and plastic cutlery in your own home, single-use plastic everywhere, and the rampant consumerism that normalizes it. Who have never seen combat bragging about America winning wars like it's some kind of goddamn sporting event and not bothering to consider that? To paraphrase Dalton in Roadhouse, nobody wins a war. Fads are not giving a shit about the waste when we throw it all away to make room for the new fad. And dead shopping malls are a very American thing now too. I saw a highway of diamonds with nobody on it, getting shot, and then going bankrupt from the medical costs. A bald eagle will literally screech by your hospital room window and shed a single tear while Lee Greenwood blasts through magical speakers. So many good possible answers. I will go with what my friends here in Europe raise most often: giant meal portions. Specifically, they are fascinated with the concept of all-you-can-eat buffets. A man burning himself alive in protest of a genocide while a cop points a gun at his head the whole time and does nothing to help is by far the most American thing I've seen recently. Right now, I'd say the single most American thing anyone can do is ignore the simple fact that there exists exactly zero politicians in the US who actually give a shit about you. According to all those How to Spot Americans posts, drinking a nice cold Coca-Cola as you lean against something in your bright white sneakers, friendly smile required, civilians legally being able to openly carry gun, like any F-king one can carry those like it's a phone, or an umbrella on a rainy day, sunglasses on a sunny day, fat rednecks spraying R-15s with hot women on their shoulders, explosions going off in the background while singing the national anthem or yelling "Free Doom," having to pay not only to protect our country, but every other country and still be vilified for it. Don't come at me, man. I am not making rent so that you can feel safe. I think the fact that sex with farm animals is legal in 14 states, but it's illegal for women to access a medically required abortion is much the most American thing. When someone asks them where they are from, they always tell you the state. I don't care about where exactly are you from. I wanted to know which country you are from. Banning abortions because right to live, at not implementing effective gun control or universal health care. The right to live only exists for the unborn. Random underrated thing. Street numbers not starting at 1. For example, 40 houses on a street, number 301,340 instead of 140. Or even 1501, 1540. Are people not tired of constantly discussing the US? I don't get why this country is always the center of every single conversation. Has school shootings already been mentioned? Because we are really good at letting little kids get murdered. Top tier, some would say the best. At OL, my username ... extra OB. I don't get to eat fast food often ... extra OB. Something super American is people with their flag out all the time, thinking you know better than anyone, even though you speak only one language and never left the country. Because American exceptionalism, probably deep frying a stick of butter and washing it down with a gallon of soda while watching a reality TV show about competitive eating, driving into Walmart on an electricity wheelchair with an American flag attached to it while open, carry a rocket launcher on the back. Probably the concept of jumbo-sized everything because who wouldn't want the gallon of soda with a side of a 2-pound burger? Right? Having a rematch election for the highest office in the country between two of the least liked or respected candidates in a century. Driving to miles in your SUV, all wearing pajamas to go pick up donuts because someone on Facebook said the hot light is on. Throwing more guns at a gun violence problem. That makes sense. If a house is on fire, we show up with a flamethrower, right? Though everybody says negative things, but I believe it's smile on face that built the mightiest country in the history. Asking police officers to stop pointing their guns to the people self-immolating themselves in front of Israel embassy. Driving to blocks to the grocery store in your Ford F-150 to pick up a bottle of Jack Daniels and some frozen burritos. The post that happened to be right above this one on my feed. School shootings. We are the best at it. Not even a competition. World's #1 leader in murdered students. I think blowing shit up by shooting them, it's become somewhat of a hell yeah brother pastime in the States. Eating fried butter and oppressing everyone unable to afford multiple million-dollar mansions and penthouses, Fahrenheit and measure systems that makes little to no sense, and that apparently changes from time to time, thinking the world revolves around them, being loud and obnoxious, guns, cowboys, cheese on everything, not understanding the over-the-top satire of Helldivers 2 and thinking the humans are the good guys. Boomer wearing AMAGA hat, riding a diesel rascal scooter, packing an F-15 while eating a Big Mac, infighting among ourselves because it benefits our media financially, when we all hate each other, normalizing children being murdered in schools with guns. If only there was something we could do. Being financially ruined because of a sudden illness or injury. No being able to own a house. Having the freedom to choose either to die of an easily treatable illness or go bankrupt. Having 10 different guns that you never shoot, but are online researching what to buy next. Making absolutely sure that they're brown, so that we'll feel okay bombing their country. Paying out the ass for education. Thinking you're a super genius and not using your degree. Calling the USA America when there are 35 different countries in the Americas. I'm more American than you are. 'Cause I F. My cousin most American thingy. Getting shot by a guy who drives a lifted Silverado and wears Oakley sunglasses. Joel Osteen not allowing Hurricane Katrina victims into his empty mega church. Going bankrupt from paying medical bills because you were shot at a Walmart. Buying a house with 10 rooms. And still thinking it's not big enough floor. Thinking English is only spoken by them. And that it's called American.